Please stand by for an emergency warning. Important news and information will follow. Please stand by for an emergency warning. Important news and information will follow. Please stand by for an emergency warning. Important news and information will follow. Nuclear missiles from the United States have struck Australia. The following damage reports have been received. East Coast Australian cities have been catastrophically damaged. Sydney has been completely destroyed, out to a radius of 20 kilometres from the CBD. Reports of fallout have been received. Fallout is deadly and causes radiation sickness. Radiation sickness will cause death within several days. It is believed that clouds of fallout may drift over Tasmania in the next 2 hours. Persons who believe they have been exposed to the zombie virus are urged to report to Royal Hobart Hospital for treatment. There have been reports of avian zombies flying across the northern coast of Tasmania. Residents in the north of the state are advised to stay indoors. Keep windows and doors closed. We will continue to broadcast for as long as possible. Reports of assistance from Alice Springs are coming in. Authorities believe these reports are false. If you are receiving this broadcast on the Australian mainland, do not travel to Alice Springs. If you are in an uninfected area, stay where you are. Do not go outside. Reports of fallout have been received. Fallout is deadly and causes radiation sickness. Radiation sickness will cause death within several days. Reports of fallout have been received. Fallout is deadly and causes radiation sickness. Radiation sickness will cause death within several days. It is believed that clouds of fallout may drift over Tasmania in the next 2 hours. The following statement has been released by the White House. We are deeply saddened and regret to announce that the United States has launched a nuclear strike against Australia. This will ensure the sterilisation of the most critically affected population centres. We hope that this will limit the spread of global infection. We pray for all of those whose lives we have taken with our actions. We pray for forgiveness from the people of Australia. May God have mercy on our souls.
Civil Defence advises Auckland is under siege from zombies and mutants. Attacks have been reported in the areas of Forest Hill, HAURAKI, Mission Bay, Three Kings, and Mount Albert. Authorities are monitoring disturbances across the North Island down to Wellington. All citizens are advised to stay indoors. Reinforce your doors and windows. Communications with the South Island have been cut. At last report, zombies and mutants had overrun major towns and ski resort areas.
Sorry for the break in this program. Please pay attention to the following emergency warning. We are sorry for the break in this program. Please pay attention to the following emergency warning. We are sorry for the break in this program. Please pay attention to the following emergency warning. Emergency warning. A particle in Chetravani. Biohazard alert. Javahed Chetravani. Zombie warning. Zombie e Chetravani. A national medical emergency is progressing. A virus is transforming humans into zombies. Zombies then attack, kill, and eat the people around them. Please stay indoors. Do not go outside. The virus is carried on the air and infects easily. People who are infected can be easily identified. They will have open bleeding cuts and lesions to their face and body. They will drool. Their eyes will be bloody and red, with red pupils. They cannot speak, but they howl instead. They walk slowly but with purpose. They can move very quickly, very suddenly. They have extremely sensitive sight and hearing. They are very strong. If you see an infected person, move away quickly but do not run. Report them to police immediately. A state of emergency has been declared. The army will support the police in patrols and exterminating any zombies found. Some zombies are mutating into dangerous creatures. Some animals are turning into zombies. If you see any animal mutating into a zombie, destroy it immediately. Stay indoors. Do not go outside.
Emergency alert.
Alerte d'urgence.
Emergency alert.
Alerte d'urgence.
Emergency alert.
Alerte d'urgence.
Emergency alert.
Alerte d'urgence.
Please stand by.
Un message en français suivra.
A national civil emergency is in progress. There is a biological threat in your area. This warning is active until further notice.
Urgence civile est en cours. Il y a une menace biologique dans votre région. Cet avertissement est actif jusqu'à nouvel ordre.
The Australian zombie virus has infected several people in Vancouver and Montreal. The virus is spreading rapidly across Canada. All citizens are instructed to seek shelter immediately and stay indoors.
Le virus a infecté zombie australien plusieurs personnes à Vancouver et à Montréal. Le virus se déplace rapidement à travers le Canada. Tous les citoyens sont priés de chercher immédiatement un abri et rester à l'intérieur.
The following provinces have been placed on a no-movement curfew immediately: British Columbia, Alberta, Ontario, Quebec.
Les provinces suivantes ont été placées sur un couvre-feu sans mouvement immédiatement: Colombie-Britannique, Alberta, Ontario, Québec.
All remaining provinces have been placed on emergency alert and biohazard procedures have been initiated.
Toutes les provinces sont en état d'alerte d'urgence et les procédures de biohazard.
Noodwaarschuwing. Biohazard alert. Waarschuwing van de zombie. 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 Dit is een noodgevalwaarschuwing. Een nationale incident is in progress. De dead zijn teruggekeerd naar leven. De doden zijn aanval op de living. Beschutting zoeken onmiddellijk. Binnenblijven, slot en versterken alle deuren.
Please stand by for an emergency message. 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 This is the BBC from London. A global pandemic is in progress. A biomedical national emergency is in progress. All citizens of the UK are under emergency curfew for the next 3 days. Emergency powers legislation has been activated. Do not leave your home. Any persons without identification will be shot. All UK airports are closed. All rail networks have been shut down. All major roads and freeways are closed and to be kept clear for emergency use only. A dangerous virus is rapidly spreading across the globe, causing death and destruction on an unprecedented scale. Victims of the virus are being transformed into a variety of zombie mutant species. While life is being mutated, equine and avian zombie mutants have been reported in Kent and surrounding areas. Cardiff city centre has been attacked by groups of zombies, and heavy casualties have been reported. Glasgow and Edinburgh have been evacuated. Zombie attacks have been reported in the following locations: Ireland, Belfast, Eden, Waterford, Omaha, Cavan, Tullamore, Dublin, Kildare, Bray, Cork, Killarney, Scotland, Invergordon, Ullapool, Fort Augustus, Clifton, Stirling, Glasgow, Livingston, Edinburgh, St Andrews, Dundee, Aboyne, Wales, Cardiff, Swansea, Neath, Penarth, Barry, Skewen, Pontypridd, England, Plymouth, Kenton, Exeter, Southampton, Crawley, Reading, Oxford, Milton Keynes, Warwick, Coventry, Birmingham, Sheffield, Cromer, Norwich, Colchester, Greater London, Southend-on-Sea, Brighton, and Portsmouth. Casualty numbers are unknown but estimated to be in the thousands. Human-avian hybrid zombies have been reported attacking vehicles travelling on the M3, M23, M40, and M2 motorways. Do not attempt to travel illegally on these, or any other motorway. London Zoo reports that several animals, including gorillas, giraffes, lions, and tigers, have mutated and escaped their enclosures. These animals are considered extremely dangerous, and have been responsible for several fatalities. The Prime Minister is believed to be sheltering in Downing Street. Several ministers have been killed. The Chancellor of the Exchequer has mutated into a human avian zombie, and has been spotted flying over the Houses of Parliament. The opposition leader has mutated into a canine zombie, and is stalking the grounds. The whereabouts and status of the royal family is unknown. There has been no communication from the palace. Do not leave your home or shelter. The United Kingdom is under curfew for the next 3 days. Any persons without identification will be shot. Military and emergency services have been dispatched across the nation. Emergency services will continue to respond to emergencies, but will not respond to any persons infected or mutating into the zombie state. Emergency powers legislation is now in effect. Do not leave your home or place of shelter for the next 3 days. Symptoms of possible infection included red eyes, excessive drooling, aggressive behavior, sudden physical mutations, large open lesions and sores, inability to speak, and changes in gait. Any persons exhibiting these symptoms should be
Emergenza attenzione. Biohazard alert. Zombie attenzione. Emergenza attenzione. Biohazard alert. Zombie attenzione. Questo è un avviso di emergenza. Un incidente nazionale è in corso. I morti sono tornato alla vita. Morti stanno attaccando i vivi. Cercano riparo immediatamente. Stare in casa, serratura e rafforzare porte e finestre. Non andare fuori.
אזהרת חירום, BIOHAZARD, זומבי אזהרה. אזהרת חירום, BIOHAZARD, זומבי אזהרה. אזהרת חירום, BIOHAZARD, זומבי אזהרה. זה אזהרה, אירוע ארצי מתרחש. המתים חזרו לחיים. המתים מתקיפים את החיים. סלק שליטר מיד. שיאים, נעילה וחיטוי כל הדלתות והחלונות. אל תצא החוצה.
Экстренное сообщение «Биологическая опасность предупреждения о вирусе». Экстренное сообщение – это сообщение на чрезвычайной ситуации. Австралийский зомби-вирус пробрался в Россию. Вирус проник в Москву, Санкт-Петербург, Владивосток, Петропавловск-Камчатский и Екатеринбург. Владимир Владимирович Путин и Дмитрий Анатольевич Медведев эвакуированы в Североморск, Мурманская область. Найдите безопасное помещение. Оставайтесь внутри, забаррикадируйте все двери и окна.
米予発動とゾンビキー航空近畿時のキー航空米予発動とゾンビキー航空コーキング機能キー呼吸ディース国家犯罪後進グクトスディースシャワイキキータシャワイキキャタオークジキーシャイといますすぐないシャルトミーナセイおきゅうねいないアイとサビートのドアトゥーマドオーラクド잼비어 지향고 비성세티 지향고 식물해고 지하도 위험 지향고 잼비어 지향고 아이 지향고 눈 비성세티 분이더 거기에 지하고인 사나이 진이나이
Emergency. 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 A nuclear attack has been launched against this country. A nuclear attack has been launched against this country.
The zombie virus is a threat to all life. The following are known types of zombies: human zombie, mutant zombie, domestic animal zombie, avian zombie, subterranean zombie, titan stalker zombie, aquatic zombie, botanical zombie, animal zombie. Several species of plant life have mutated and begun to exhibit trivid-like behaviors and appearance. There are reports of plants stinging passers using long tendrils with stingers at its tip. The plant releases an acid solution and begins to consume its victim. The zombie horde has crossed the Hudson River. Casualty numbers are significant. Several different species of zombie human mutant have been observed. New York is now quarantined. Martial law is in effect. Do not attempt to enter or leave New York City. National Guard and Army troops are enforcing quarantine measures at major cities across the United States. Any persons attempting to cross a quarantine line will be shot. Do not leave your home or place of shelter. Do not attempt to travel. Stay where you are. If you are in an area where zombies may be, close and barricade all doors and windows. Zombies are known to have extremely sensitive hearing. Turn off all sources of light and sound. Move to a central reinforced room with your supplies. Stay quiet. Write notes or send text messages. Turn down your device's screen brightness. Turn off the vibration function on your mobile devices. The president has ordered a series of nuclear sterilization strikes. The following cities will be sterilized and the zombie plague neutralized: New York, San Francisco, Washington, Houston, Miami, Boston, Seattle, Los Angeles, New Orleans. Residents in these cities not infected by the zombie virus are advised to seek shelter immediately. Take precautions against nuclear attack. Move to the deepest, most central portion of your home and build a shelter there. Ensure you have supplies for the next 14 days. Strikes will occur in the next 10 minutes. Seek shelter now. Law enforcement is seeking citizens outside of the strike cities to neutralize the zombie threat. Destroy any zombie you encounter with whatever weaponry you possess. You will be cleansing your city or town of the zombie threat. This is no excuse to commit felony murder. Anyone suspected of murder during this period will be executed immediately. This is not a time to settle scores and fulfill revenges. The law is final. The following cities will be sterilized and the zombie plague neutralized: New York, San Francisco, Washington, Houston, Miami, Boston, Seattle, Los Angeles, New Orleans. Take precautions against nuclear attack. Move to the deepest, most central portion of your home and build a shelter there. Ensure you have supplies for the next 14 days. Be prepared to defend your shelter post-strike. It is likely some zombies may attempt to enter your shelter for refuge. Be prepared to ensure the integrity of your shelter. All animal life is now considered hostile. The zombie virus has repeatedly shown its ability to mutate its host, no matter its species. Multiple reports of animals mutating have been reported by zoos across the United States. Several zoos have reported animals escaping their enclosures. Domesticated animals have also been observed mutating. Remove your pets from your home immediately. They are a threat to your life. The President is safe and currently aboard Air Force One. The Navy and Coast Guard report encountering several aquatic zombie mutants. Residents in these cities not infected by the zombie virus are advised to seek shelter immediately. The Air Force is attempting to shoot down any heavy avian zombies it encounters. Nuclear strikes on sterilization cities will take place in 8 minutes. Avian zombies have been sighted over the Capitol building. Vacate the area around the Capitol immediately. Air Force One has been attacked by avian zombies. Status of the President is currently unknown. Several large zombies are currently attacking Boston. A tsunami wave is incoming off Miami. Citizens of Miami are instructed to move to higher ground. Zombie attacks are being reported in several regional towns. The best methods for destroying a zombie are as follows: decapitation. Use an axe, scythe, sword or other large-bladed weapon. Decapitation will cause the immediate death of the zombie. Staking. Use a wooden or metal stake, harpoon, or crossbow. Aim for the heart or between the eyes. Shooting. Use a high-powered weapon such as a rifle, preferably with explosive rounds. Aim between the eyes or through the heart. Explosion. Use grenades, small explosives, mines, trap bombs. A well-executed explosion will ensure the complete destruction of the zombie and any other zombies in the immediate area. Do not attempt to destroy groups of zombies unless you are in possession of heavy explosive weaponry. Zombies have been observed moving with extreme speed and may overrun anyone attacking them. Underestimate zombies at your peril. The following cities will be sterilized and the zombie plague neutralized: New York, San Francisco, Washington, Houston, Miami, Boston, Seattle, Los Angeles, New Orleans. Residents in these cities not infected by the zombie virus are advised to seek shelter immediately. Take precautions against nuclear attack. Move to the deepest, most central portion of your home and build a shelter there. Ensure you have supplies for the next 14 days. Citizens of Kinsley, Kansas are to assemble at the corner of Colony Avenue and East 6th Street immediately for an emergency meeting. Nuclear strikes on sterilization cities will take place in 6 minutes. Citizens evacuating Washington, be advised that avian zombies are attacking vehicles on major roads around the city. Proceed with extreme caution and drive defensively and with care. Several large mutant zombies are approaching the White House. Residents of San Francisco are advised several amphibious mutants have emerged from the bay and are attacking evacuating citizens. A flock of avian zombies are blocking the Golden Gate Bridge. Seek alternative routes out the city. If you cannot evacuate, seek the lowest, central part of a building, and shelter there. Citizens of Atlanta are advised that a swarm of avian and human avian zombie mutants are attacking Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Evacuations are taking place around the airport. Do not enter the vicinity of the airport. The Fox Theater is currently on fire. Do not enter the vicinity of the Fox Theater. The CNN studios are currently being attacked by zombies and heavy casualties have been reported. Aquatic zombies have emerged at the Georgia Aquarium. Several enclosures have been damaged, causing flooding and at least 70 deaths. Zombies are currently attacking the CBD of Houston. A large infestation is centered around the J.P. Morgan Chase building. Burrowing zombies have been observed breaking through underground tunnels and attacking pedestrians. NRG Stadium is not considered safe and will no longer be used as an evacuation center. Exit the stadium immediately in an orderly manner. Law enforcement are currently outside the stadium negating the zombie threat and allowing citizens to evacuate safely. A tsunami is due to strike Miami in the next 4 minutes. Seek shelter in any building above 7 floors in height. Zombies have overrun the entirety of downtown Miami, with massive casualties. Port Miami has been closed. Aquatic zombies have been reported circling cruise ships. These aquatic zombies have been observed howling as they breach the water's surface. Elderly zombies have been massing outside 6151 Richmond Street and the Shady Pines retirement home. Avoid these locations. Air Force One has crashed upon landing at Dallas Airport. The aircraft broke up into several sections on impact. Emergency crews are currently on site. There is no information as to the status of the president at this time. Several species of human avian zombie have surrounded the site and are attacking emergency crews. Citizens of Boston, if you have not already evacuated, it is too late to do so. The city has been overrun by various species of zombie. Military and emergency services have been decimated by zombie attacks. Freeways exiting the city have been gridlocked by traffic. This has then become a target for attacks by animal zombie mutants. If you are located in a target city, seek shelter in the nearest building now. Seek the most central room and build a shelter there.
Sterilization strikes will begin in 3 minutes. Sterilization strikes will begin in 3 minutes. Sterilization strikes will begin in 3 minutes.
Ensure you have 14 days of supplies. Be prepared to defend your shelter from zombies seeking refuge. Nuclear missiles are on incoming trajectories from Russia, North Korea, and China. Nuclear exchanges are taking place between India and Pakistan, Iran and Israel, Russia and France and the United Kingdom. Nuclear warheads have exploded in Australia, Taiwan, Thailand, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia and Malaysia. Nuclear missiles are reported to be in flight to New Zealand, South Korea, Spain, Italy, Brazil, Norway. All citizens in sterilization cities are advised to fortify their location and prepare for nuclear explosions. Nuclear missiles are targeting all major population centers across the United States.
Sterilization strikes will begin in 2 minutes. Sterilization strikes will begin in 2 minutes. Sterilization strikes will begin in 2 minutes.
Nuclear missiles are targeting all major population centers across the United States as well as most military installations. Evacuate now if you live within 20 miles of these areas. Nuclear missile impacts are due in 4 minutes. It is now too late to evacuate. Stay where you are and take shelter. Prepare now for the 3 effects of nuclear explosion: extreme light, heat, and shockwave blast. All zombies exposed to the nuclear explosion are expected to be destroyed. Groups of Titan stalker zombies are causing damage across Seattle. The stalkers have cut a path of death and destruction across the city. Avoid the stalkers as a matter of urgency. Stalkers can only be neutralized by heavy weaponry. Police and military forces have been compromised.
Sterilization strikes will begin in 1 minute. Sterilization strikes will begin in 1 minute. Sterilization strikes will begin in 1 minute.
Police and military forces have been compromised and are unable to destroy the stalkers. 4 stalkers are currently climbing the Space Needle. A group of stalkers has been sighted on Minor Avenue North, near the Cascade Playground. Residents of Los Angeles are advised that swarms of small avian zombies are moving across the city in a single flock, devouring any living thing in their path.
Sterilization strikes will begin in 30 seconds.
Close all doors and windows, block any vents or chimneys, stay indoors, preferably below ground, and wait for the flock to move past your location. Citizens of New Orleans are advised it is now too late to evacuate. The Lake Pontchartrain Causeway has been blocked by hordes of human and mutant zombies. Domestic animal zombies are roaming the streets, attacking any persons they encounter. Aquatic zombies have been observed in the Mississippi River.
Sterilization strikes commencing. Sterilization strikes commencing. Sterilization.
Attack warning red. Attack warning red. Seek immediate shelter. Seek immediate shelter. Attack warning red. Attack warning red.